Alright everyone, I'm here to take you through the changes to Dinosaur Island in the Totally Liquid expansion. So I have just one player's worth of stuff set up here, so we're not gonna show off like a full game or anything, but we'll show you all of the new stuff. So we'll start with go ahead and with like your own player area here. So as you can see, you have your normal setup. You have the cubes, you have your workers and the researchers. You have your DNA all set up. So here's where things get different. This here is an executive, and one of the modules that we're going to have is executives. This is not what it's going to look like. This is just what we're using for the prototype, but what this executive is this guy over here. So he'll go here. An executive is a special worker that you will be drafting at the start of the game that only you have access to. So you're the only person who can do it. And there's also the park facilities, which you can see here is the Dino Petting Zoo. I don't know why it's doing that, but so these will be snake drafted in reverse turn order. So the player who would normally be last would get the first choice of either one of the facilities or one of the executives, and then it'll go around. Everyone will choose one thing. The last player to choose their first thing will be the first to choose their second thing, and then come all the way back. And then that player, the first player, will then get whatever's left over. So let's say I got these two here as my two. So the Dino Petting Zoo, and there's going to be rules for all these in the rulebook, obviously, but it has 2 paddocks to start, and each one of these is upgradable. And then you can build a dino just like normal, and it only costs you a basic wild of your choice and an advanced wild of your choice. To build a baby dino, every time you build a baby dino, you get 1 excitement. They're worth no victory points in the game, but they're also worth no threat, so it's a good way to get your excitement up. And then you do have to upgrade both these paddocks to get more in there, but you can have a total of 8 of them. So it's a really great way to generate excitement. The way this card just sort of sockets in here, you have like a full island view going on here. And this goes right next to your player board, right next to your park board, so sort of nice archipelago on the side of your board there. So the Chief Dino Officer, he will count as a Researcher 3. And then so anytime you can use a Researcher 3, like when you're claiming a DNA die or claiming a dinosaur recipe or whatever, you can use him for that also. What he does, his special ability is gain 1 excitement when you take a dinosaur recipe with this. So if I come over here and I take this large carnivore recipe, I would immediately gain 1 excitement on the excitement track, which is really great. It's just bonus excitement for doing things you already want to do, which is build dinosaurs. Speaking of this board over here, we have water dinos. So these will be its own spot, separate from this spot over here, especially on the new replacement board. And these are all varied. They all have varied recipes, and they all have varied stats. So this one, it costs 1 of each advanced DNA. It gives you 3 excitement for everyone you build. It's only worth 1 victory point at the end of the game. It only gives you 1 threat. But you have to have a 2 or higher specialist or researcher to take it. So each one of these will require a different numbered researcher for you to take. So this one's a 2, this one's a 1 or higher, and then you take it and you place it into your park. Just like that. And you can start building your water dinos up. So the other thing that you get at the beginning of the game is a blueprint. Blueprints tell you what sort of things you want to have in your park for points. And the more things you match at the end of the game, the more points you get. So in this instance, I don't want this guy here because I want to have a ride and a ride, and then merchandise. So anytime you claim a water dino, they count as whatever the researcher is. So a level 2 researcher is equal to a small carnivore. You can see that's this level here. So where do I want my small carnivore? I want my small carnivore right about here. So I put that in my park, and that would be 1 thing towards my blueprint that I've filled out. The last thing you get during setup that it will give you in-game scoring are the PR events. Now these are just prototypes, they're going to be actual cards, but PR events are in-game scoring conditions. Each player will get 2 to start the game with, and at the end of the game, each player is going to choose 1 that everyone will score. So if I had a bunch of food stalls, then maybe I'll choose this one. Everyone will get 2 VP for every food stall they have. So I really only want to choose that if I have more food stalls than everyone else. Maybe I just got a lot of money, so I can just get 1 VP for every $3 that you have. So those are sort of in-game scoring things that can sort of change how you want to play the game and things you want to generate. And you also need to be on the lookout for what other people are generating so that you can try and get in on their stuff. Moving over to the market board, we have a new addition over here that I don't think we've talked about yet. It's the Tool Bench 2. It sits in between the other two upgrade lab upgrades, and it is an additional one. There's going to be one per player every game, and this one just allows you to take it when you purchase it for $4. You replace your tool bench with it. It allows you, each worker you place there, to perform 2 actions instead of 1. So it's basically a worker efficiency upgrade there, and still you can do it in a limited number of times. I think that's everything. Now this is also, you're going to get all of this stuff for the 5th player. So all of these components, you get another board, another park board, another lab board, all of the workers, and I think a nice purple color for the Mariah Labs. But yeah, I think that's everything. A little overview of everything. So yeah, I hope you get a chance to check it out.